military now issuing a chilling warning as the demonstrations escalate. The army calling the protesters enemies and threatening to confront them. The demonstrations erupted over the death of a 22-year-old woman. She died in custody after the Iranian government's morality police arrested her for wearing what they called unsuitable attire. Since the Islamic Revolution in 1979, the Iranian regime has required all women to wear a headscarf and loose-fitting clothing to disguise their figures in public. The Biden administration now adjusting sanctions against Iran to give Iranians access to internet services and tools that will help them get around government surveillance and censorship. The Iranian government staged its own pro-government counter-demonstrations. The crowds calling for the execution of the protesters. Let's bring in Mashi Ahmadinejad. She's an Iranian-American reporter and activist for women's causes. Mashi, it's so good to have you. We've seen these Iranian regime crush of protests with brutality and deadly crackdowns before. How do you see this movement shaping up?
This movement is gaining momentum. Right now that I'm talking to you, the holy city of Iran, Qom, which is, all the clerics are there. People are in the streets. They are angry. Mahsa, he was only 22-year-old, and she was bitten by hijab police just because of a bit of hair. So that made a huge anger among society across Iran. Iranian women taking to the streets shoulder to shoulder with men. They're burning their headscarves, and some of them cutting their hair, some of them burning the police van because the police van were actually...
Can you talk about how dangerous that sort of action is? Women showing it, burning it, forget it.
Yes, look, right now that I'm talking to you, Iranian government shut down the internet. They killed more than, I don't know, so 1,500 people, more than 50 people, or because we don't know the numbers, but many people got killed right now. There are many women among them. So this is the way the Iranian regime tried to show the rest of the world that Mahsa was not killed. But at the same time, they're killing people. Look, Iranian people asking the Western countries, this is the time. You have to hear them because they are being cut from accessing internet. And now they're asking the world, help them to have access to internet. Help them actually to be heard. Most important than this, Ibrahim Raisi, the murderer of these people, were here, welcomed in America this week. And that is why Iranian people demanding more. Believe me, a world without Islamic Republic is going to be a better place.
Masi, we all remember the Bloody November protests back in 2019, the Green Movement protests in 2009, all stopped with really horrible crackdowns by the Iranian government. Could this be different, and if so, how and why?
Look, as you mentioned yourself, 1,500 people got killed in Bloody November. So you see, people are aware of the risk. They know that what's going to happen to them, but still they take to the street. It means that these people saying that enough is enough. They're facing guns and bullets. And that is why they're asking the Western countries, do not focus on nuclear deal. Because this same regime, these savages who don't have any pity with their own people, they don't have any pity with 22-year-old girl, they're not going to have any pity with the rest of the world. So please, be the voice of Iranian people. Otherwise, the regime going to kill more people in the streets.
Wow. Mashi Ahmadinejad, it's nice of you to be here. Thank you for your time tonight.
With Instacart.